deployment tools. Today we will learn another deployment tool that is called GearSet. GearSet is also we are using to deploy our functionalities from the source org to the target org. And GearSet is more beneficial and more useful and more helpful other than the change set. In the GearSet, we can also identify the changes, like which changes we have done in the source org and what changes we are deploying in the target org. So let's discuss about the another deployment tool of Salesforce. So have seen one screen that is called GearSet. This is a login page of GearSet, and now I am logging in the GearSet to deploy our functionalities from the source org to the target org. So I am just logging with the Google, and I will also suggest everyone that everyone should log in with your Gmail credentials. So I have logged in my GearSet account. Now I am connecting my source org and the target org in the GearSet so that I can deploy from the source org to the target org. So let's see that how we can connect our source org and the target org in the GearSet. So you have seen these type of sandboxes here, and you have seen add new organization button. So when you are adding new org in your GearSet, so just click on the add a new organization, and if you are connecting with the sandbox, then you can select here sandbox organization, or if you are connecting with the production organization, you can select production. And if you have developer account, that means if you have free developer account, so you just need to select developer organization. Most of the time we are developing our new features in the sandbox, and we are deploying our features from sandbox to the productions. So our source org is the sandbox organization, and our target org is a production organization. But before that, we are also deploying from one sandbox to the another sandbox. That means from the developer sandbox to the UAT sandbox or the QAT sandbox. So at that time, we can select sandbox organization when we are connecting our source org and the target org. So right now, I am connecting my sandbox org with the GearSet. So I am just selecting sandbox organization, and I am just now just click on the authorize button, and when you are just hitting the authorize, it will automatic redirect to the Salesforce sandbox login page. And here, this is my sandbox page, and I am just click to the login into the sandbox. When I just hit the login into the sandbox button, then it will also ask me that I can access or not. So every time we will need to allow these access, and just for the SIP preference I am just friendly name passing, that is SF Learners Hub Sandbox, and just click on the save preference. So right now my sandbox is connecting to the gear set as a scratch, as a source org. Now I am connecting my production org with the gear set. So again, I am just click on the add new organization button and just selecting the production organization and pass the username of the production, that is called sf learnershub.com at the rate just authorize and it will ask the password. Now it will ask for the allow accessing, and I have told earlier just need to click allow, and now your sandbox and the production are is totally connecting with your GearSet account. Now you can deploy anything using GearSet. Okay, okay. So I can also use some friendly name that is called production org and click on the save button. So this is my sandbox and this is my production. Now we will see that how to deploy and how we can select our changes from the source org. So just click on the new comparison. When you hit the new comparison, it will redirect to the another window. Here you just need to the select source location. So we have already connected with the source organization. So just click on the filter connection and select the sandbox org. And the same thing for the Salesforce organization. And here you just need to select the production org. It will checking the organization size, that what we have changes done till now. We can also make the comparison filter from here. We can make those filters accordingly. If we want to create some custom filters, so just click on the manage custom filters and you can just select all and uncheck, and you need to just select the, the required things. That is, if you want to just select the objects, so just click on the objects and if I just click on the object, that is in the object we can select list view, field set, custom field, compact layout. So we can select anything and we can deploy anything. I am using default comparison and just click on the compare now. When we are clicking on the compare now button, it is just prepare for the comparison and it will check the some conditions before going to the comparison. That means login successfully, metadata retrieving, catching metadata and comparing metadata. So it will check between the two org from the source org and the target org. So we can check here that here the deleted, these are some deleted class objects which we have deleted from the source org. So you can see the changes like this. If there is any new addition, if I just show you, if I just click on any classes, we can also compare from here. These are some objects which we are deploying. So I am just selecting the block topic. Okay, I think block topic is already on the production. No difference. Okay, that is not an issue, I am just creating one more field in the sandbox org. So what I need to do, I need to just log in with the sandbox and just go to the block object and create new field that is called, I just create some field which is related to the date and just click on the next. I just create blog published date, just click on the next and save. Now we are just seeing the comparison. So just refresh comparison and refresh or selected type, and it will again compare from the source or to the target. Now recently we have created one field in the block topic object. So we will see that how we can identify this changes is we are created recently or these changes we have not created from the source org. So we can check in the change set. We cannot identify, but here we can identify that what changes we are deploying. Is there any class changes? Is there any object changes? Is there any line changes in the Apex class? So we can check everything. I'm just go to the block topic. Okay, you can see that is a block topic published date. You can see also in this column, this is a difference type. You can also filter like deleted, new, no difference. No difference means that there is no difference between the source org and the target org. New means that this thing, this object, this class, this feature is created from the basic, from the new in the source org, and it is not available in the target org. So we are deploying our new changes from the source org to the target org. And the deleted, that means which we have deleted. So if I just click on the new here, this is the new field. So if I just select here that this is the new field which we have created. So you can see if this is any already changes have done, then you can see like this. And if there are any new field which you have created, you can see. If there is any new changes, you can see in this color. And if there is any deletion in the object or in the class or in the tabs in anywhere, you can see in the red color. So you can very easily identify our changes in the source org and in the target org, and just click on the next button. If you click on the next button, this is summarized, like it will check some issue, it will check our warnings, it will check our code quality as well. So there is a more flexible other than the change set. So just click on the pre-deployment summary. When you click on the pre-deployment summary, now you can just validate and deploy. These two options you can see also here. These two options earlier we have seen in the change set, but here you can also validate and after that you can deploy. So our best practice, we are saying that first we need to validate our changes from source org to the target org. So the validate start, now it is pending, now it is completed. It will also see the green checkbox. Now you can deploy now. Also, there is one more feature, schedule deployment. Sometimes based on the client, if we are working on client project and the client want that this requirement will deploy in the early morning at 5 a.m. or the 4 a.m., so we can also schedule our deployment at this particular time. So just click on the schedule deployment and you can select the time and everything and the date. Just save schedule deployment. Now I am just deploying my features. So just click on the deploy now and the deploy. So when you are deploy our changes, then it will showing like this. Now it is totally deployed and you can see our deployment status. How? So just log into the production org and you can see that recently deployment status is done or not, if there are any failure, if there are any issue, so you can check. How? So just click on the setup and open the deployment history. So if you just click on the deployment status, now today is 26 January 2024 and the timing is 10:20. So you can check that 10:19 we have validate and on the 10:20 we have deploy our changes from the source org to the target org. But the name is different because this is our ID. This is our record ID and this is deployed by using change set. Now we will see the another new feature which is provided by the GearSet, that is called that is called rollback function. Sometimes that these changes has deployed mistaken. We don't need to deploy these changes. We need to deploy other changes. So how we can roll back these changes from the target org? So just go to the deployment history and here you just need to click on the rollback. If you just click on the rollback, then if you click on the start rollback comparison, then it will check again the same condition and everything, and just we will see that what it happened. It will take some time because it will fetching the data. Now you can see that these changes we have deployed recently. So these changes we need to roll back from the target org. So just select it here and click on the next. Now it will check again code quality issues and just click on the pre-deployment summary. When you just click on the pre-deployment summary, it will again check the validate and it will again give the deploy option. So if you just click on the validate, that you can see that the current org now is production org and the target org is the source org. Why? Because we are rollback. We are rollback our functionality. We have deployed this field mistakenly. We have not a required that we don't need to deploy this field from the source org to the target org. So that's why we are taken rollback. And you can see that is a current org and that is a snapshot. That means we are rollback from the source org and you just click on the deploy now. So now these changes has rollback from the target org. So now this field is not available on the target org. We can check. If I just click on the refresh, then we just need to go object manager and click on the blog topic. We have created one field that is blog published date. So we cannot see the blog published date because we have rolled back our changes, and now this field is deleted. So this is a beauty of GearSet. This is more beneficial, more helpful, more understandable other than the change set. But only one thing which is very important, that the GearSet is a paid tool. So we are not using much more. Most of the client are using chainset and ent migration, but only some client are using GearSet. But I will suggest that if you are working on a project, that you should suggest to our client that we should use GearSet as a deployment tool. It will helpful as a developer or as a client. That client will also check that what we have deployed in the current org, and developer can also see the changes in the chain set. We are not checking, we cannot check changes, that what changes we are deploying, where what changes we are deploy from the source org to the target org. I hope you understand the concept of gear set. Client will also check that what we have deployed in the current org, and developer can also see the changes in the chain set. We are not checking, we cannot check changes, that what changes we are deploying, where what changes we are deploy from the source org to the target org. I hope you understand the concept of gear set and also understand the process of deployment using GearSet. If you like this video, please do like, subscribe, comment and share with your colleagues so everyone can learn that how to deploy our features from the source org to the target org using GearSet.